President Ruto has defended the new Beyond Vision 2030 development blueprint, as opposition calls it, a 2027 campaign tool. In an interview with Sunday Nation, President Ruto argued Kenya cannot wait until Vision 2030 expires before deciding what comes next, saying the proposed Vision 2030 process should guide the next medium-term plan running 2027 to 2032. Opposition leaders have dismissed the initiative as ill-timed and diversionary, with some framing it as a 2027 campaign tool.
Opposition leader Jimmy Wanjeke.
Yeah.
What do you think of the timing? Do you have an issue with the timing?
It's a big joke.
What's the joke?
William Ruto should be talking about his current scorecard, not some future that has yet to come. There is a very good tracker called Mzalendo Tracker. Mm-hmm. It has been tracking Kenya Kwanza's promises since before the election of 2022. They said they had 243 promises, of which I think the number, if I remember, is a dismal 26 have been honored. 11%.
Yeah.
So for
11%.
Yeah.
And this is the fourth year.
Mm-hmm.
That means that is a fail. Don't tell us about 2060. Don't tell us about Singapore. Don't tell us about all those things.
If Jimmy Wanjeke...
His scorecard is a dismal 11%.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So
if Jimmy Wanjeke...
I pay no mind.
If Jimmy Wanjeke were to be elected president...
That 2060 vision.
If Jimmy Wanjeke,
it's just fantasy.
If Jimmy Wanjeke were to be elected president, 2030 will come when you are president. Vision 2030 will have come to an end. Are you saying that you will not talk about any other vision in this country, only looking back into your track record?
No. How it works is this. Discuss a vision on the premise of some credibility. When 2030 vision came in, Mwai Kibaki had credibility. He had a track record of various achievements. He had taken us from a negative GDP growth of 1% when he took it under Moi to 7% in 2007. That is the phenomena of Mwai Kibaki. So he was coming from the premise of changing people's lives economically, right? At standards unseen since the first period of Jomo Kenyatta. So please, you're not creating more poor people today. And you start telling us about 2060, about this. You have a kibarua currently. Fanya hiyo. Gain our respect, gain our feeling that you are credible before you start talking about some dreamy future.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about your own kibarua, the one that you're asking us to give you. Your kibarua, you're saying you have a 5-point agenda. The feast, Pesa Mfukoni is one of them, but Safina Pesa. That's your agenda. Let's interrogate all of them. Let's start with the first one, which is Odious Debt. Mariam, when we were discussing this, we had a couple of questions on this Odious Debt conversation.
Yeah.
Mariam, you can go.
So no payment of odious debt. Sounds fantastic in theory. One, how do we establish what debt is odious? And given that this is one big part of your FIST agenda, you must have already interrogated, because the next two things are funding healthcare and education. Free healthcare, free education up to TVET, right? So you must know where that money is coming from, meaning you must have an idea of which of our debt is odious. So one, what's your criteria for odious debt? And from your own investigations, preliminary insider knowledge, which of our debt are we not paying, given that it's odious?
Mariam. In July 2022, we released publicly. In fact, I think the nation covered me live. Our public debt audit, our forensic public debt audit. Our debt is anchored in our constitution. Article 220 says how we anchor our debt.
Yeah.
It is specific to being an item in the budget. And in Public Finance Management Act, an item that goes towards development. So we had audited the debt of the 10 years of Uhuru Kenyatta. Parliament had passed 2 trillion. One in the first term, one in the second term. But he was exiting with a debt of 9. So where is the 7? If it didn't go to the budget, correct?
Yeah.
If it did not come to the consolidated fund,
Yeah.
how are we sovereign to that debt? That is in itself odious. We even looked at the payments at the time. Can you imagine we had paid almost 6 trillion and yet it is 9 and we only passed 2. Since Ruto, we have paid almost 5, more than 5 in the last 4 years. He took it at 9, it's now 13. How come it's not going down? It's just increasing. It's because every day he's borrowing like 3.5 billion a day.
There's a problem
so
there.
you tell me, if it is not in our laws, it is not passed by our parliament, it did not enter as per our constitution, the consolidated fund, how is it sovereign to us? What item did it fund?
It's odious, fair. I'm just asking, from your audit, which debt, like let's go, this money borrowed from Mariam Bridge and Waterway Corporation did not go through, so it's odious.
Give you many examples.
Yes.
I'll start with the Eurobonds. There are a total of 18 billion Eurobonds. 18
billion.
Tell me where they are funding any project in Kenya.
We've been unable to tell.
There you go.
Yeah.
And those were taken how many tranches?
2.
There is a bank here called Trade Development Bank, right? That has given us about $7 billion. Where is it? What did it fund? We have domestic debt now at 7 trillion shillings. Please show me where Parliament passed it. What development has domestic debt funded? Are you seeing the amounts? Yes.
Massive.
Yes. So if you can tell me what all those are about, because that's the one thing that we want clear for every Kenyan, to explain what this is. Because this year we are paying 2.6 trillion, Maria. Next year, after the elections, the election year, we are paying 2.8 trillion to debt. The following year, 3.2. I'll give you the figures until 2040. It is the biggest expenditure item. Today, the most conservative estimates are saying 75% of our tax revenue is going towards it. We have a figure of closer to 90. All right? It is the biggest expenditure item. Bigger than any corruption you can mention. Bigger than any service you can mention. However, how many are combined. That is our problem. As long as there's that hemorrhage, how are people going to get jobs? How do you deal with healthcare? How do you deal with development? A lack of it. It has taken money from our taxes. It is taking money from our banks. We can't even borrow. It's too expensive. So how are we going to grow? We are dying.
So what
Slowly but surely. So we are of the view, and I'm glad you said this is the anchor. The anchor is this, that we shall suspend all debt payments day 1. All right? And immediately commission a forensic debt audit. The Auditor General should have been doing it. She has talked about her challenges of doing a forensic debt audit because the law says she must do it within 6 months of the last financial year. She has talked about her challenges and the administrative challenges. She does not have the resources, the manpower. So she's been unable to do a forensic audit, not an accounting audit, a forensic one. Attach the law to the practice. All right? Now, we shall commission and insist that it must come within 6 months. We have done ours. But everyone will say that's private. So let government do it.
Yeah.
Right? I can assure you we are not wrong. Most of it is
It's
odious.
odious.
Now,
There's so
that
much.
means that if we determine it as odious, in that financial year, we are saving 2.8 trillion shillings. And subsequent years, we more or less attain something that we've been unable to attain since independence, which is self-sufficiency, our sovereignty. We never need to borrow again.
There's quite a bit to get into about that. Let me begin with the red flag that just went up. The Eurobond, we have asked questions about and will continue to ask questions about, because it's a lot of money that we truly cannot genuinely account for, have not been able to. Domestic debt. I won't go into Trade Development Bank first. Domestic debt. If you say that domestic debt has been taken illegally or is odious debt, that means you won't pay it. That is essentially crippling your economy. This is money lent to government by banks, by individuals, by
Kenyans.
and Mariams and everybody else.
Pension funds.
And pension funds and so on and so forth.
So who is responsible?
I don't know. I lent money to government knowing that I will get a return.
No. It is called buyer beware. You didn't do your KYC.
But
if you did not do, don't say but.
There's a but
Because
there, Jimmy.
there is a cost. No, Felaris. If you are talking about malfeasance, you are part and parcel if you've done it. Because what you have done is go and loan government illegally. They give you 10%. Correct? Correct? Who pays that 10%?
Taxpayer.
Yes. So you go to the poor person to extract that 10% for your profit. And you've loaned government illegally. So are you, Felaris, since you're an investor in government bonds, going to declare your wealth out of that illegal practice? Because it's illegal practice.
I mean,
there is no loan in this country to a government that is not covered by law. It is in the law. A bond is a loan.
True.
Yes. So we are going to hold those banks, those financial institutions, their bosses. The law says their bosses are responsible for 1 shilling of their customers' money that goes wrong. We are going to hold them accountable. And don't worry, we have solutions to every challenge, even this one. And as we get closer to elections, we shall show you the solutions. We shall articulate it.
I mean,
Okay,
it's
but domestic debt is 7 trillion. It's the most expensive debt in our book.
Yep.
It's more expensive than the Eurobonds.
Yep.
It's the most expensive. So you are part and parcel of nyanyasing the 60% Kenyans. So please, yes, you are, Felaris. So please, all right, this is the reality of our state. We are eating each other here. Yes.
fair enough. I want to interrogate the legal repercussions.
Yeah.
Which legal repercussions?
The legal repercussions that come with saying, I'm not paying your debt.
What
be
are
it
the legal
external
repercussions?
or domestic.
If they are not in our constitution, what are the legal repercussions?
But there's contractual obligations, right?
No, they must be anchored on our laws. The constitution is where our sovereignty is anchored. If it is not there, all right,
The laws of
we
our
have
land
no sovereignty.
apply to us and our land. When we get into contractual agreements with other people who have laws that govern them as well,
They are loaning which country?
it's here. So yes,
where do they do their KYC?
I get what you
Where
mean.
do they do their KYC? On who?
On us.
Yes. So if, for example, I'll show you the prospectus of the first Eurobond. It was done by Rotich with JP Morgan Chase. $2 billion, 2014, April. Okay? The prospectus talks about funding various development projects in Kenya. Where are various development projects anchored in Kenya? In the budget. If you read every budget, the projects are there, their funders are there. Go to that next budget, because it was not on the previous one. So go to the budget of 2014, 2015. Look at various development projects. There's no sovereign bond funding anything there. They didn't do their KYC. That money should have only been released when it is clear where it's going. They didn't do it. On top of that, that money was opened in an account at JP Morgan Chase, not the Consolidated Fund of Kenya. Our laws say there's only one account consolidated. How do you open an account in New York at source? All right? They didn't do their KYC. No, please. They didn't do their KYC.
Our constitution
So
is
why
supreme
should we
to
pay you?
us, but we still exist in a world where other people
I'll
also
give you
operate.
examples. I'll give you examples.
The
Maria.
same JP Morgan, etc. They are the ones who end up giving us credit ratings. They're the same. We still operate in.
But what credit ratings do we need? We're never borrowing again. We won't be borrowing again. That's number one. Number two, this has happened before. Goldman Sachs in Malaysia, right, had given $4 billion, 1 MDB, during the prime minister of Najib. It was stolen. It didn't follow their laws. Najib today is in jail for 12 years because of it. Goldman Sachs had to pay back that money with a fine. Mozambique, there was something called the tuna bond. $2 billion, Credit Suisse, and a Russian bank called RVM, right? Another sort of firm like JP Morgan Chase. It was declared unconstitutional. Credit Suisse more or less collapsed because of it. They paid that money back with fines. RVM the same. It has jailed a finance minister in the US, former intelligence boss in Mozambique, former president's son in Mozambique. Do you understand? So this has been done.
Yes, President.
Nobody can force a country to pay what is illegal to it. Please get that clearly.
Okay.
They did not do their due diligence. So if they have done malfeasance, they have done so because banks, take note, do not have their own money. These are depositors' money. They'll also be accountable there for the loss of depositors' money. Now, because of it, because we are saving that money, right? We have costed universal healthcare.
I want to come to that. But before that, I just want some clarity. Jimmy Wanjeke gets into office, commissions a forensic audit of all debt.
Yes.
Public debt. Using the Office of the Auditor General, I presume.
Yes.
Okay. Within 6 months, you get your report.
Yes.
And the Auditor General tells you, let's say 40% of these debts cannot be accounted for in terms of law or project funded. Right? So you declare it odious. Out of that 40%, a lot of it is domestic. So 40% of the 7 trillion shillings that we have borrowed domestically is odious debt. A lot of that money is from Kenyan savings through pension funds, through insurance, through banks, or directly as retail lenders.
Eric.
Let me finish the question. So speak to those Kenyans.
Eric.
And tell them.
I'll tell them.
That you lent me 3 trillion shillings that I am not going to pay.
Okay. Let me tell you, Eric.
Speak to Eric who bought a bond directly as a retailer.
Yeah.
That he put in 500,000 shillings. Na imekunywa maji, and you're the new president that I elected.
So I will show you how the taxpayer of which you are one has paid over 4.5 trillion shillings in interest payments on that domestic debt. 4.5 trillion. I will show you how you did not become rich. But the top 10 companies, 8 banks are the most profitable. You've just seen the recent declarations. Equity, Coop Bank, almost 40 billion shillings. 40 billion shillings in profits this last financial year. This year.
Half year.
40 billion. Right? Of the top 10 companies, 8 are banks. Only Kenya breweries, East African breweries and Safaricom are exceptions to that. So who is making this money? It's the banks. And who is the banks? Our money. Our money. And our taxes, giving them those profits. You don't think there's anything wrong with that?
I'm concerned
And on top of that, it is actually illegal what they are doing.
At that point,
we have no other oppressor. No, tell me.
At that point, I'll be concerned about my 500,000 shillings.
Let me tell you. Who has 500,000 shillings? This is a country that only has 400,000 people who earn 100,000 more a month. 400 of the 4 million that work. All right.
But people are saving money, Jimmy.
So, no. Even if you say what people are saving,
people
just
are
hold on,
saving money.
Felaris. You're talking about a mere 10%, a mere 1% of the population of Kenya. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about 99% of Kenyans, not 1%. You worry about your 1%. I'm not interested. You are the exploiters. You are the exploiters.
So all
the
be
99% of Kenyans are not with you. They are not part of that economy you're talking about, Felaris. They are not. They are poor. Poor. You have 16 million that are food poor.
I have so many
4
questions.
million that are absolutely poor. You have 12 million that are education and health poor children. 32 million. You have another 2.5 coming in. 34 million or 52 million Kenyans. And you want me to worry about the 1%? Poleni sana.
It's not one.
If you invested in illegal instruments, right? You're the ones doing illegal government deals.
Someone who has put together 100,000 shillings, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500, a million shillings. That's a 1%er, according to you.
No, according to statistics.
A SACCO member whose SACCO has put in there
Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. 400,000 Kenyans have earn more than 100,000 a month.
True.
All right?
Yeah.
400,000 Kenyans who are 52 million Kenyans. That's less than 1%.
That's someone who earns more than 100,000 shillings
whether
a month.
you earn or save. It's an average because if you look at the salary, there are not that many that earn that much. Okay. That is 10% of the formal working population. We have a working population, formal of 4 million. We have an informal of another 18 or so. So we have 22. What percentage is that?
Okay,
You're talking
Jimmy,
about very few people.
for-
Most people here are actually, these are raw statistics in this country that are very sad 63 years after independence. And you must start feeling their pain. We must all start feeling their pain.
Okay.
There's no way Kenyans are blessed for some of us, but 99% of us are swallowing in poverty. There can be no pride, no dignity, right? Of saying that is a country that you can talk about that we are together. We are not together.
Jimmy,
It's a lie.
I want to look at what you will do with the money. But to close on this, what you're saying is that Chama members, people who have deposited money...
You're still
in
going
the
back to the 1%.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
People who have
I
deposited
have told
money,
you, my greater
individuals,
concern... No,
if-
you're repeating the same question.
If your odious debt, it's
No,
the
hold
to
on.
question. I am repeating. To
It
be
is
clear,
the same
yes,
principle.
I am repeating the same question. And I want you to give a one straight answer to Funge.
I've been very straight.
Very clear. That if your forensic audit reveals that out of these 7 trillion shillings that has been borrowed domestically, even 5 trillion is odious, your government is not going to pay.
We will not pay.
So anybody who has bought a bond
Yes.
is not going to get their money back.
Yes.
Okay.
The way I'm saying, understand me this way. It is illegal investment, illegal debt. Why should 99% of Kenyans pay for your illegal investment? It is akin to saying, why should we invest in your corruption? That's how simple it is. It is corruption. We will not invest in it.
How much do you
But what
anticipate to
happens
save?
is that law says, if you have invested through the bank, right? There is a core responsibility that goes to the CEO of banks. All right? And if it means we are getting into a situation, because I know the fears that are being brought out, that maybe there'll be collapsing financial institutions here. We have a method for that. We have a formula. We have a solution for that. So those depositors who did not invest, genuine depositors in banks, will not lose their money. That one we have got.
Okay.
So if a bank decided, because banks are doing it on their own, taking your money and investing in bonds, even without your approval. So we have a solution to deal with that. We have thought this through, Eric. I have no doubt about it. I'm not going to reveal it today. I'll reveal it closer to the time. But I can assure you we have a solution.
What does it do to a country's financial standing and the trust in financial systems when a government doesn't pay its debt?
If it is illegal debt, your credit rating goes very high. But remember, we don't need credit rating. We're not going to be borrowing. Borrowing for what? We have more than enough money. It means you're an upstanding nation. You're dealing with malfeasance.
Defaulting on bonds and
Not
bills.
defaulting. That is not defaulting. I am completely disagreeing with you. We are not defaulting.
Okay.
We are saying we are not paying what is illegal to the sovereign. It's not default.